So today we're reading Tomodachi Life Creepypasta. Now this wasn't my idea, this was suggested in my Discord server. So, yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with the sad truth of Tomodachi Life. Do you know the video game Tomodachi Life? A game by Nintendo where you have your avatars, me characters, do a bunch of quirky things and some other things that real life people would do. But have you ever felt a little strange when playing Tomodachi Life? The game leaves you with a lot of questions about the environment and the situations your Miis are in on a daily basis. I know why. The truth is very depressing. You see, Tomodachi Life takes place after a nuclear explosion, and your characters are the survivors who lost everything. You might be thinking to yourselves, OP, you're insane, but let's go over the evidence Nintendo has put in this simulation. Your Mii character randomly moves to a deserted island. This isn't a mistake by Nintendo. Look at Animal Crossing. There's a real reason in Animal Crossing why you moved to an island. That's because you wanted to move. Your Mii character, on the other hand, just moves in with no real motive. There is a seemingly unofficial Tomodachi Life song, Tomodachi Life by Ryan Craddock. The very beginning of this song says the following: If you are alone like me, no life and no friends and nobody to see, to me, this feels like a survivor thinking to themselves that after successfully escaping but losing everything in the process. Even though this song is fan-made, that line was probably canonical to the depressing story of this 3DS game. Who the hell lets a random person go onto their island and set up a tent? I personally think that these people left the island to find another one, possibly to find the rest of the world they'll never get to see unless they leave soon. Or it could be the islanders letting a refugee onto their island after the explosion. The lookalike who we play as in the game might not even be real. He could just be a character your character made up. Think about it. Your poor me has nobody else in his or her life anymore. It's normal for people to make imaginary friends or to talk to inanimate objects when they have nobody else to really do something with. This is what I personally think your lookalike really is. The other possible explanation was that the Fate felt sorry for your character, and they sent a god who looked just like your me to help them get back into shape after the traumatizing events. The most harrowing event in this whole game is when you delete your save file. Your me gets deleted as well. This represents your me finally getting exposed to the waste, and fading into the light as they slowly die out, with no one to help them anymore. Basically their last thoughts and moments on this dear earth. Nintendo is no stranger to being incredibly dark. Take a look at the mad piano in Mario 64, and the fact that the Pinkmen are basically slaves to Captain Olimar. But this is something I've never seen Nintendo do. A simulation basically of the aftermath of a life-changing event that leaves the remaining survivors completely traumatized and unable to form coherent thoughts. The character we play as not even being real all the way to your Mii's final vision. Under this silly and quirky exterior that Tomodachi Life has is something much, much deeper and saddening. This was the sad truth of Tomodachi Life. You'll never look at the game the same way again. I'm not reading all that. I think you're looking a bit too into it. First of all, you wouldn't be able to survive a nuclear warhead unless you have cash to burn and time to prepare for it. And escaping to an island won't work due to nuclear winter and radiation you would be exposed to along the way. Plus, how would he have gotten to that said abandoned island? Most people wouldn't be able to do that unless they've been trained for it. And how would the island be owned by anyone if it's abandoned? The rest could be real, but like I said, you're looking too deep into it. This is a cool read regardless. Anyways, now we have Dying Happy. So, did you get Smash Bros? I asked my friend Owen. He paused to take a drag on a cigarette before answering. I got Tomodachi Life. What? I thought you were gonna get Smash Bros. I got it thinking we were gonna play together. I know, but then I watched these hilarious YouTube videos of Tomodachi characters singing songs. You can change the lyrics to anything you want. It's freaking awesome. That does sound awesome, but I wish you had told me. I would have gotten it too. Sorry, dude. Oh well, Smash Bros should be fun anyway. Owen took another drag, then said, I gotta get back to work. I'll call you later and tell you how it is. Okay, I'll just play Smash Bros until then. Bye. Bye. And watch the videos. Okay, bye. I went to the YouTube and searched Tomodachi Life funny songs. Needless to say, people making their own lyrics to songs sung by video game characters is as funny as you would think it is. Damn, I said. Now I want this game. That evening, Owen called to tell me about it. Dude, you would love Tomodachi Life. I made the most messed up looking people. I can't wait for them to have babies. They have babies? That's awesome. Yeah, and they're a combination of the parents. So if the parents look all fucked up, then the baby probably will be like a complete freak. Damn, Smash Bros is fun. I did a few online battles, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. Hoenn changed the subject back to Tomodachi. It's weird though, I didn't make my own character at the beginning. Why not? I don't know. There was already a character there. I wanted to import my me, but it just jumped over that part. I know, because I watched a video on YouTube showing someone else starting the game from the first time. I tried to edit it, but it won't save. That's weird. So you're forced to be someone else? Well, not really. I mean, I just made another character that looks like me, and I'm pretending he's the main guy. It's just weird because the me's talk about the other guy like he's the mayor or whatever, not me. Hey, wait, did you get a used copy? Oh, that must be it. They usually erase the games before they resell them. At least my store. At least at my store we did. Oh, and it previously. Oh, that must be it. They usually erase the games before they resell them. At least at my store we did. Oh, and had previously worked at GameStop. I guess they forgot or didn't bother. Are you gonna restart? There's no point, really. Besides, this character is awesome. His name is Mr. Happy Def Def. He's even got a song. A song? Do other people got songs? Yeah, but his is fucking awesome. It's called Dying Happy. That's awesome. I want to hear it. Yeah, maybe I can find a way to put it on the internet or something. Oh wait, let me show you the lyrics. Okay. Owen turned on his 3DS and loaded up Tomodachi Life. He quickly brought up Mr. Happy's techno song, Dying Happy. Okay, listen. Well, first it says in a robot voice, everybody's dying happy. That's awesome. Yeah, then it goes, Owen began to sing playfully in his gentle baritone. It's so awesome whenever people die. They are not alive anymore. It makes me happy. I've never been so happy. Let's all die. Hold hands. Jump to our deaths. Our brains will splatter. Happy. Death is so cool. Let's all commit suicide. He started to laugh towards the end and I busted out in hysterics. It sounds like something we would write, I said. Yeah, it's even better when Mr. Happy sings it. I listened to it like 100 times. You have to see the way they dance too. The song alone isn't enough. I gotta find a way to show it to you. Well, you need to get Smash Bros. So we can play that together. I will. I gotta go though. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, bye, bye. But he didn't call, and the day after that, he didn't call. I tried calling him, but it just went to voicemail. It wasn't unusual if he was working a lot to not hear from him, so I didn't think anything of it. A week later, I finally got a call from Owen's number. What's up? I said, as I usually did when Owen called. A female voice answered quietly. This is Jenny. Oh, what's up? It's about Owen. What about him? Something horrible happened. Her voice was trembling, and I could tell she'd been crying. I didn't know what to think, but I knew if Owen's wife was calling me that there was something seriously wrong. I thought maybe he'd left her. I wasn't sure why she would call to tell me when Owen could just do it himself. Just tell me what happened. It's okay. Owen is no longer with us. I didn't understand the meaning of those words. My best friend wouldn't die and leave me alone, not when we were both doing so well. I had been on a new medication for a year and a half that helped fix a lot of my issues, and he had quit drinking and had gotten a good job. He couldn't die now when everything was going all right for a change. After a long silence, I asked the burning question. How did it happen? He jumped off an overpass. What? He jumped? He didn't fall? I refused to believe he would kill himself. He definitely jumped. He smiled at me before he did it. By the end of her statement, she began sobbing and could no longer speak properly. I was speechless. There wasn't anything I could imagine that would make him do something like that. We were so close that if he was really going to kill himself, he would tell me. He would at least send me an email or something of a goodbye message. I was more angry than sad. Though later, when I was alone in the dark, I cried for a while. It had been a long time. A few weeks later, I decided to purchase Tomodachi Life so I could feel closer to Owen. He was really enjoying the game when I had talked to him last, so I would remember him being happy whenever I played it. He was right about it being hilarious. I had made a bunch of crazy-looking Miis, but I also made one that looked like Owen, and of course myself. I pampered his Mii a lot and made sure he married the most charming girl on the island. One day, I was shocked to receive an email from Owen's address. I opened it, assuming it was from Jenny, and was surprised at what I saw. A video file. Why would Jenny send me a video? I thought it might be some kind of memorial about Owen, but that's not what it was. I clicked play and was immediately confused. It was nearly black and white and pretty blurry. It looked like someone recorded a video game with the webcam, a crappy webcam. Then I saw the words, everybody's dying happy. Without even thinking, I stopped the video right there. My whole body went numb. I sat still for a few minutes, wondering if I should press play again. Who could have sent this to me? Did Owen send it before he died, and it just showed up now? I didn't recall his webcam being of such low quality. My curiosity soon overtook my fear, and I resumed the video. There were 6 Miis dancing on a stage. Mr. Happy suddenly descended, revealing his spooky face. He had no hair. His eyes were just 2 black holes, and his mouth a black oval. He resembled that famous painting, The Scream. It was all rather innocent, really, until he began to sing. The music was upbeat, but the lyrics were just as Owen has recited them to me. They were funny at the time, but now they felt morbid and disturbing knowing that my best friend killed himself. I realized then that there could be a connection. I just didn't know who sent me the email. I tried to forget about Mr. Happy, but for some reason I found myself watching the video again. In fact, I watched it dozens of times. Each time, I became less afraid and more accepting of the lyrics. Perhaps Mr. Happy had a point. Dying happy does seem like something everyone would want to do. After all, everyone dies sometime. Why die sad? Owen wasn't sad when he died. He was smiling. Though a smile doesn't always mean that someone's happy. They could be hiding their true feelings. Was Owen hiding his? When I went back to Tomodachi life, I was greeted by an unwelcome face. Somehow Mr. Happy had moved in. Same name, same face, same catchphrase. It was impossible. My niece and nephew haven't been over for a while, so I know there was no one else playing. Even if they were, they wouldn't know about Mr. Happy. I shut off the system, put it down, and sat there, stupefied. I didn't move for hours. Once I calmed down a little, I found myself humming Mr. Happy's song. I just couldn't help it. I had to continue playing Tomodachi. If Mr. Happy was related to Owen's suicide in any way, I needed to see for myself what he was all about. Everything seemed fine when I returned to my little island. Mr. Happy was just like the other residents, even with his strange catchphrase like, "Death feels good." I tried to change them, but they wouldn't keep. I even changed the lyrics to the song, but they reverted back as well. Even stranger, Mr. Happy became the most charming male on the island, and every female was in love with him. I couldn't figure out how Mr. Happy could be involved in Owen's death. He was just a video game character. If he was in both of our games, then he must have been put there by the programmers. Maybe he appeared later in my game because I needed to unlock him or something. At least, that's what I thought at the time until the Mii started dying. Name of Mii has committed suicide. That's the message I got when I looked at one of the Mii's apartments. They would never put suicide in a family-friendly game like Tomodachi Life. It was beyond unsettling. Did this happen in Owen's game too? I wondered. The next day, the dead Mii's apartment was gone, and the Mii that lived next door had committed suicide. It didn't affect me quite the same way as the first one dying, but it was still remarkably strange. It continued to happen that way as the days progressed. Every time I played, the Mii who killed themselves the previous day was erased entirely, and another Mii was lying dead in their apartment. As time went by, I became less and less concerned by what was happening. Honestly, it started to make me feel good when the Miis would kill themselves. I knew it was going to happen, and the anticipation proved to be quite exhilarating. Owen's death drifted further and further from my mind, and I began to feel happier than I was before he died. After 36 Miis were gone, there was just one more lying dead. Mr. Happy, Owen, and myself. The suicides occurred in descending order according to the apartment layout. So the order of the next suicides would be Owen, myself, then Mr. Happy. But Mr. Happy can't die. He has to be there to help others be happy. Without him, I would have never realized that we should all die happy. I know now that the reason why Owen killed himself was because he was happier than he had ever been. He wanted to die happy. He wanted to die free. I want to do the same. The following morning, I got up early to play Tomodachi Life. I smiled inside and out when I saw Owen's Mii lying dead on the floor of his virtual apartment. Mr. Happy's song started playing on its own. I danced around the room, though I didn't know how to dance. Just one more day and it will be my turn. My Mii will die, and so will I. I will die happy. It's something everyone should do. Why would we want our last moments to be painful? Don't we want our families and friends to remember us smiling? Tomorrow I will jump to my death, but first I will smile at someone I love. Thank you, Mr. Happy. They also linked the song. I kind of want to. We're gonna play it. You know what?
I've never been so happy. Plastic all died. Oh, hair, just one death. Our brains will splatter. Happy, death is so cool. Let's all commit suicide.
Oh, they even stopped it. They didn't even let the applause go. Sorry. Okay. That was definitely interesting. Now, I did record me reading 2 other creepypastas, but That's literally the length of this video. So, let me know if you guys want to hear those. Anyway, that's all. I just tried something new. That's all this was. Yeah. Bye. Please watch the videos on my main channel.